Kelly here, the shrinking teacher. I'm in a new location. We are finished with our house and I am in my living room. This used to be like terrible wood paneling and now it's painted wood paneling. So anyway, I am coming to you for my 5-month surge anniversary, and I did not come to you last week because one, I just didn't have time, but also I wanted to wait until today, which is April 10th, which is my 5-month surge anniversary. So anyway, my stats, we will jump right in. I am 5'6", my height weight was 286, surgery weight was 266, and I figured since it's a month, 5 months out, I would do kind of the breakdown for each month. Month 1 out from surgery, I was 246, which was 20 pounds in that month. The month 2 was 234, which was 12 pounds in that month. Month 3 was 221, and that was 13 pounds in that month. Month 4 was 208.1 or 0.5, 0.6, I don't know. That was 13 pounds. And then I am actually at a stall right now. I am at 201.1, which for the week, that was no loss. Since the last time I saw you, it was about a 2-3 pound loss. And for the month, my 5th month, I have lost 7.5 pounds, which is less than 2 pounds a week, which is not a cool place to be right now. I've done some soul searching and some kind of looking at my data, looking at my food, looking at my weights, my numbers, my inches, and I want to talk about some things that I need to make happen that I think need to happen to break this stall. 1 week and no weight loss is no bueno. The good news is from the beginning, I have lost 200, or excuse me, blah, 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 blah. I have lost 85 pounds, 84.9 pounds, which is really awesome. My starting BMI was 46, which was extremely obese, and now my BMI is 33, which is still obese, but when I get down to, I think it's 29 or 30, I will be overweight, and that'll be really exciting for me. So one of the things I wanted to talk about was that I looked on my FitnessPal, and I've been very diligent of tracking my food, and I wanted to just do some searching and see where I'm at. Right now, my protein average for this past week was at 77 grams, which was 28% of my calories. My carbs were also at 77 grams, which was 27% of my calories. And fat was at 56 grams, which is 45% of my calories. I am definitely one of those people who is not necessarily afraid of fat. I love a good avocado. I love nuts. I love, I don't see anything wrong with those things. What I do see a problem with is where my carbs are. This is supposed to be a high protein, low carb diet. And right now I'm sitting at equal percentages for each. A little less than 30% of my calories are coming from protein and are coming from carbs. I've talked about this before. This past week, I've eaten some things that I shouldn't have eaten. But, on Mother's Day, I told myself I'm going to have dessert. It's Mother's Day. My sister-in-law brought cheesecake. I had a sliver, and I had some whipped cream with it. I did not feel like I overindulged. Should I have had it? Probably not, but it's not the end of the world. But my carbs are up in general. But, I had a bunch of bananas in my kitchen, and I didn't want them to go bad, so I froze them. And I made myself some banana purees, frozen banana pureed stuff that tasted like, basically like banana ice cream the other night. I've had some fruit. I've had some grapes. I've had, I'm not eating bread. I'm having like a half a serving of pretzels or a half a serving of corn chips or whatever. But I'm going to make some changes because I can make all these excuses about what I'm eating, but at the end of the day, the scale hasn't moved in a week, and that's not cool with me. I have been getting my water in, I have been getting my protein in, but I want to change some of these things. I found a little calculator tool online, and I plugged in the amount of calories that I'm eating, which is about 1,000 to 1,100 calories a day. According to this calculator, for me to be living in low carb land, not ketogenic ketosis land, but low carb, I should be getting 40% of my calories from protein, which would be 100 grams, 25% of my calories from carbs, which is 62 grams, and 35 from fat, which is 38 grams. So what this means is I need to be increasing my protein from about 75 to about 100. I need to decrease my carbs by about 10, and I need to decrease my fat by about 20. Will this plan work? I don't know. We'll have to see. But that's kind of, I'm sorry, I keep looking down. I've actually got notes. I never have notes, y'all. Be proud that I have notes. But, so what does this mean moving forward? I'm kind of inspired. Well, I'm definitely inspired by, oh my goodness, my brain just shut off. By Finding Elizabeth. And I've never said this online before, but she actually reminds me of my Aunt Katie, who actually passed away a couple years ago from cancer. And she's got a similar sense of humor and similar mannerisms to my aunt. She's just a southern lady. But anyway, Finding Elizabeth does different promises to herself. And, you know, I definitely know that right now, if I do not get in the habit of making promises to myself and keeping those promises, and me being worth keeping those promises, then I'm going to end up with weight gain and so forth. So I've got 5 promises to myself, and I would challenge you to make some promises to yourself, the same ones or different ones, whatever goals you need to meet. These are the ones that I think I need to meet to kind of get off this plateau. These promises are going to start tomorrow because it's nighttime and I haven't done some of these things today. One is start getting more than 64 ounces of water. I usually do, this is a 32 ounce Gatorade bottle. I just do water in it and do flavored water in it. But I've been getting exactly 64 ounces. So 2 of those a day. So what I need to do is get an extra small bottle of water in during the day and get maybe up to more like 85 ounces. The next thing that I need to do is I need to up my protein. I need to do this without adding extra carbs and without adding extra fat. I have been using Gene Pro. I might start using it every day instead of just supplementally. I don't know if that's the best option for me. I've definitely gotten back onto my coffee binge. I love coffee. I don't think there's anything wrong with coffee, but I've been doing decaf, which is good. I've been doing multiple cups, which is fine, but the problem is not the coffee. It's what I put in the coffee. And lately at work, I have had half and half, whole milk in my fridge. I've had heavy whipping cream in my fridge. I've had half and half. I've had powder creamer. I haven't been putting sugar in it. I've been putting, Equal or Splenda or something like that, which I know has its own, terrible things about them. But I think I need to start putting backing back down to 1 cup a day so that I'm not getting a ton of extra calories from the cream that I'm putting in my coffee, which, you know, has calories and also has fat in it. I also think it would be a good idea for me to start putting my Gene Pro in my coffee, like a half a scoop, every day, so I consistently get that extra 15 grams of protein in addition to the Greek yogurt and meat and nuts and cheese and, you know, that kind of stuff. The next thing has not been a huge issue, but what I was going to say about the protein now, I want to get it up to about 90 grams. I've been steady at over 70, 75. I really want to get up to 90 grams though. Maybe that'll help me break this stall. Next is vitamins. This is more for the lovely, you know, hair loss, for my nails, for my nutrition, just my balance in my bloodstream and so forth. I haven't been terrible about skipping. Now my hair just looks crazy. About skipping vitamins, but I definitely want to get in a better routine with my vitamins. The next one is just more of a confession. I have not been working out like I need to. I would say in the last 10 days, 10 work days, something like that. I have taken on a homebound student where I work, which means 2 afternoons a week I'm going to this homebound student's house instead of going to the gym. And I need to prioritize to where I'm working out at night, or, you know, I'm doing yoga at the house, or I've got a couple of free weights at home. I can work on my arms and that kind of stuff. But I want to promise myself in the next 7 days, I want to work out 3 times. This might be, you know, sacrificing and doing it on a Saturday or Sunday, which I usually don't work out on. But I need to do something to where I am working out 3 times a week. And then the last promise I want to make to myself is that I am eating my protein first. And if I'm eating straight carbs, I am eating it with something and I'm not using it as a snack. Last week I did chicken nachos, and instead of just eating the chicken and the cheese and the proteiny stuff, I had it over a bowl of tortilla chips like a dodo. The other day I made myself a half a quesadilla with a tortilla like a dodo. I've had hummus and pretzels like a dodo. I'm not a dodo, but anyway, I'm not going to get down on myself. But I think I just need to be more aware of the carbs that I'm putting in my mouth. Actually, I'm going to add a 6th one, and this is that I am not going to put anything in my mouth that does not have purpose. You know, licking the knife after making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich for my daughter has no purpose. It's minimal calories, but it's extra calories I don't need in my body. After I've made dinner and I'm packing up the leftovers, I don't need to snack on that stuff. After, you know, my students have done a lab, I don't need to snack on what they've done. So I need to have purpose for what I'm putting in my mouth, or I'm going to end up grazing and staying right here and not breaking the stall. So those are my promises to myself. I totally encourage you to make some promises to yourself this week that you will stick to help you get to the goals that you need to be at. On a totally different note, I've got about 1 more minute. On a totally different note, y'all, you have blown my mind in the last week, 10 days since my last video, because I have been blown out of the water with new subscribers. Welcome, new subscribers. I should have said that at the beginning. I am so appreciative of you watching, and I'm so appreciative of you following my journey. I have subscribed to you also and have been watching some of my new subscribers' videos. Keep doing what you're doing. If you don't make videos, I totally encourage you to make videos. It is a super big help to me to kind of keep me accountable and to keep in touch with people in the community and so forth. But anyway, I'm out. Oh, I have one more thing. I do not need to get on the scale until next Thursday. That's my last promise, to not get on the scale every day. Alright, Love you. Mean it. Talk to you later. Have a good night.